Alright, we got the smoker preheating to 275. Got these nice whole spare ribs. So let's trim them up into St. Louis style. And that's basically just removing these rib tips up top. All along here. When we cut them into St. Louis, makes them more uniform. Some cartilage in these rib tips. The rib tips are going to cook faster than the spare ribs themselves. And when you cook them whole, that tends to happen. So it's better to separate them, and we'll cook the rib tips separately. Today we're just going to cook the spare ribs, the St. Louis style spare ribs, and the rib tips we'll use for something else. We could use them for baked beans, you could use them for a chili. Sometimes I like to cook them down in tomato sauce, break them up, make a ragu out of them. You could grind them up for sausage, meatballs, hamburger meat. A lot of things you could do with them. So, take off this right here. That's just going to burn. Take off this skirt here, excess meat. Got a little small bone hanging off here. Remove that. And just anything that doesn't look good. Some excess fat hanging off, some excess meat that's just going to burn. Just clean it up. Anytime you, in the store, you see a whole rack of spare ribs or St. Louis cut, always buy the whole rack because they charge you a lot more to make them into a St. Louis cut. And you could just do it yourself. I'm showing you right now, it's not that difficult. So we want to square these up as best we can. So I like to look at the longest bone, which is usually the third or fourth bone, right here. And then I'll just cut down and make a straight line. And then we'll just go down as straight as we can, removing the rib tips. Just like that. That's it. So easy. Now we got a beautiful rack of St. Louis style ribs. Nice and even. This is what they use for competition barbecues to get the most perfect even rib that they can. But we're cooking today at home. We don't have to worry too much about that, but it still looks really good. And then with the tips, I like to just cut them into thirds. And we could just smoke these, and like I said, whatever you want to do with them. But we're going to save these for another time. We have that membrane that's covering the bone that's just going to prevent smoke from getting in, prevent our dry rub from getting onto the meat. So we always want to remove that. Get a corner. Paper towel. Grab onto that. Get that all off. It's not going to be a good chew right there. Not going to be a good eat. It's like eating a shoe. We want to eat some nice spare ribs. We want to be like chewing on some chewy fat like that. Get all that off. So just a little bit of oil. Rub that on. So our rub has something to adhere to. I got the same rub that I use for all my pork, all the baby back ribs, Boston butt, pork shoulder. Put all the ingredients in the description. We'll get that covered. St. Louis style, they're meatier ribbed than the baby backs. And we want to pat it down. We don't want to rub it down because then you're just going to rub the rub off there. Flip. Same thing the other side. Some oil. So we're going to get this on the smoker for 2 hours, 2.5 hours until we're liking the color. We get all smoke in there. And then we're going to wrap them up. Since these are bigger than baby back ribs, it's going to take a little more to cook and to get them broken down. So to expedite the cooking process, we'll get them wrapped. Again, give that a good pat. And then anything that's on our board, lift them up. Just get the ends in there. So we're all covered. All right, let's go to the smoker. Let's make our root beer barbecue sauce so we could glaze up these ribs. I got 2 cups of root beer here, and this is a brand called Virgil's root beer. Really good, no artificial flavors, No preservatives, really nice flavor. I'll link in the description where you can pick this up. So to that we're going to add 2 cups of ketchup, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Then we'll add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of pepper, nice squeeze of honey, 2 tablespoons. And we'll just incorporate all that, put it over medium heat, and bring it to a simmer for about 20 minutes. Our ribs have been smoking for about 2 hours. Color's looking great, getting a nice bark on there. We're going to give them a quick spritz with our Virgil's root beer, moisten them up a bit, and these look ready to wrap. So we'll go ahead and get these off the grill, get them wrapped in foil, finish the cooking process. So I double wrapped some foil here, put a little brown sugar down, put a little bit of honey down, and then we're just going to put a touch of our root beer down there. And this is all going to steam with the ribs, finish cooking them, finish glazing them, make them really nice flavor with this root beer. So we're going to put the ribs in meat side down, just like that. And then we'll just repeat on the bone side. Touch of honey and our root beer. Usually you use butter here. You need something to help liquefy. Otherwise this is all going to burn. That's going to be a mess. So I like the root beer here. Just a little more. And then we'll just tightly wrap this up. A little more foil here. Don't want to lose any juice. Now we'll put it right back on the pit, just like this, meat side down. So they're nice and tender. And then we'll finish them up by glazing them with our root beer barbecue sauce. Alright, we had these on the pit, covered in foil. Put that brown sugar, honey, that root beer in there. Everything steamed nice. Really flavored this meat, tenderized it. We're almost there. We're going to take this out now. We're going to glaze it with our root beer barbecue sauce. Put it back on the smoker. Let that sauce really tack onto the meat. Oh man, I can't wait for this. Let's get this off here. And we'll just glaze on our root beer barbecue sauce here. Smells great. Can't wait to try these. I bumped up the temperature to 375. These guys are almost there. See the meat separating from the bone. Nice even layer of our glaze here. Oh yeah. Let's get that back on, finish these up. Can't wait to eat these. Alright, we had our ribs back on. About 20 minutes. Tacked on that root beer barbecue sauce. Looks awesome. Smells great. Let's cut into these. Oh yeah, that's looking real nice. Get a bite of that. Meat's still staying on the bone, not falling off. But the meat pulls away without any resistance, like butter. That root beer glaze is money. That tastes so good. Wow, I really like that root beer flavor. Get that Virgil's root beer. Again, I'll link in the description. Pick it up. So much flavor. Really nice. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Give these a try. These root beer glazed ribs, so good. Next time you got a gathering, friends coming over, make these. You just became everyone's best friend. Give this video a like, helps the channel grow. Subscribe, hit the bell. Whew. But I'm probably going to finish this whole rack by myself. Thanks for watching.